But first of all, welcome to the show and thank you for joining us. What are the implications of using taxpayer money to fund legal representatives for suspects in corrupt cases?
Okay. Look, once more again, thank you for the question. I think it's a very interesting question and concern to the general public as a whole. But I want us to understand that it is the legal right of that individual or of the accused to apply for legal aid just as anyone else in Namibia or as a citizen deserves the right to apply for legal aid. So the provision of legal aid, and I cannot really specify the specific sections of the Act that contemplate that, but what we need to understand is that everyone, and at this point they are an accused until proven guilty, but they do reserve the right to make an application for legal aid, and it is the use of the taxpayer money will be used in this particular case, which is really just to bring about justice. I mean, if the accused are indeed found guilty, then they can be convicted in that regard. And I think really that's my take. Yes, it is the tax money payer, but the accused is still a Namibian citizen, is still our person, and they reserve the right to apply for legal aid.
Now, what happens to other government expenses if they fund this? And will this not strain public resources? And does the government have enough to pay for legal costs for such, considering they have to cover their own legal costs, like in the red line and election cases?
A legal aid provision is an application that needs to be made and submitted and be considered. And it is really entirely up to the personnel that are entrusted to evaluate this application. It is subject to an approval. And I do believe the entrusted personnel or individuals that are assigned to assess this application would be able to be in or would rather be competent enough to assess the application and make a judgment on whether or not legal aid would be made as a provision there. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the legal aid application can be approved.